Hi guys, it's Jackie. How are we doing today? It's Friday, December 20th, 2:50 p.m. Fighting, staying awake here. No work today, so we're just kind of taking the day off. Let's watch some really strange videos that I've run across the past few minutes. Whoops, hangy do. Let's go to our history. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going to do. This is from WC and Story. Pepsi or Coca Cola? Which one do the ants like more? With a time lapse. Let's present that. Share screen. Share screen. What do you think is going to happen? Which do you think the ants will prefer? Let's find out. Okay, and I'm going to do this a little bit more. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Speed it up for you just a little bit. All right, and here we go. I picked up some Pepsi. I'm open up sharing. How cute is that? They seem to prefer the Pepsi, don't they? Oh, I'm not gonna get in there. Does anybody know what kind of ants he's on? Oh, the strange crap I found on YouTube. I think I've watched all the drama I can one day. For the time being. Oh, what am I doing here? The Coke seems to be more carbonated than the Pepsi. Look at the bubbles. Isn't that odd? When I was younger, I much preferred Pepsi to Coke. You know the change there? What are they doing? The Coke is almost, it's gone. It's gone. They're saying, okay, we'll take the Pepsi. Alright, fine. Oh, looky here. What's he doing? Whoops. Wasn't that cute? Wasn't that cute? Okay. Well, let's find the next one, which I thought was pretty darn crazy. Let's go to YouTube. history. Oh, okay. Some of you may find this a little bit disturbing. Alrighty, anyhow. Let's get this up here. Share the screen. 1,000 roaches versus 1,000 ants. Who will win? Who will win? Let's find out.
Guys, today we will make a competition between 1,000 cockroaches and 1,000 aggressive redwood ants. Let's see who will be stronger both in single competitions and in army-to-army battles. The cockroaches are unusual, they are Turkmen. Such insects do not know how to move on vertical smooth surfaces, in particular, on glass. They can only climb up where there's a little sealant left in the aquarium. And you can find white individuals among the cockroaches. White color is typical for cockroaches that have recently had a molt. Let's move on to the ants. The redwood ones are the creators of those very high anthills that can be found in any forest. So, they've decided to form a pyramid in one of the corners. And we begin checking both groups of insects with a boiled quail egg. I wonder who will cope faster, ants or cockroaches. We peel the egg, cut it in half. Each part goes to the aquariums and start taking bets. The cockroaches immediately tear into the egg and begin to bite off pieces from it. But the ants have a slightly different situation. These run around the aquarium and ignore the egg. Most of them even prefer to sit in the corners. We put the half to the corner, where the concentration of insects is clearly more. Meanwhile, the cockroaches have already surrounded a half of the egg from all sides, biting off the pieces evenly. They do it disorganized and constantly push each other off the tree. The ants act differently, creating a certain cue for the right to eat. Half an hour later, we can already conclude that the approach of cockroaches has turned out to be more effective and they clearly lead in eating. This is how it has been happening for the next 2 hours. We have discovered a very interesting detail during the process of eating eggs by both species of insects. The cockroaches like protein more. They have completely eaten it in 2 hours, almost ignoring the yolk. At the same time, the ants like the yolk more and they eat it more actively. We can of course call the speed of eating active in comparison with cockroaches. While some of the ants are slowly finishing eating the egg, the rest are hanging around. Let's check how the ants will behave if we put one cockroach to them. It begins to rush in all directions literally from the start. But the ants have already noticed the stranger. The forest inhabitants immediately pounce, begin to bite it and grab its paws.
Did you know that cockroaches have paws? Yep. Grab its paws. See down there at the bottom. I got the closed caption turned on. Paws. Okay. Continue.
Ants bite very painfully. Besides, they spray with burning acid. But even being on its back, the cockroach tries to resist, spinning around its axis. And what's interesting is that the ants do not attack the insect altogether but only a few red soldiers. The rest are just fussing around as if nothing is happening nearby. At some point, the ants grab the cockroach and carry it somewhere. So, one cockroach against a whole gang of aggressive ants is not a warrior at all. Let's see how the insects will react to the liquid product. Let it be Pepsi. We draw the drink into a syringe and put a plastic container in each aquarium. The cockroaches not only drink, some even decide to swim. However, the ants also do not differ in organization. But the speed of both groups of insects is different. It takes the cockroaches only 20 minutes to empty the container. But the ants need 1 hour and 15 minutes to do the same. And now let's see how the ant and the cockroach will be versus each other, 1-to-1. The petri dish will act as an improvised octagon. The ant immediately begins to chase the cockroach. Basically, the ant has definitely become the winner here judging by the score. It is definitely combative by nature, which cannot be said about the cockroach. Let's offer two communities of insects one more yummy, a banana. We cut off 2 equal pieces and put them into each aquarium. The ants again decide that there is nowhere to hurry. Well, the cockroaches predictably surround the sweet fruit from all sides. And they have eaten this banana in just 10 minutes. The ants haven't coped even by half after the same time. While the red forest dwellers are slowly enjoying the fruit. It's time to check how 3 ants will feel in the company of 100 cockroaches. Perhaps the ants are not as fast in eating food as cockroaches, but they definitely lead in matters of sharpness and conflict. Once they are inside the aquarium, the reds begin to hang around the cage searching for someone to fight. One of the ants grabs the cockroach's paw, and then it tries to throw it off,
Yeah.
helplessly running back and forth. These fearless insects are still ready to rant and rave in spite of the numerical enemy superiority. The main thing is that there is a victim. The 1,000 by 1,000 fight is getting closer, and meanwhile we'll give the insects a piece of boiled chicken meat. It seems that the ants like meat much more than anything before. They immediately pounce and everyone wants to tear off a piece. Moreover, each of them pulls the meat so strongly in its direction that as a result the piece moves around the aquarium. That's why we even have to rearrange the time-lapse camera all the time. Everything is stable with cockroaches. As we have already found out, they are omnivores, so they do not refuse from meat. The ants finally finished eating after an hour and 40 minutes. This is the first product that they managed to eat before cockroaches. The cockroaches completely turned away from the meat an hour later. By the way, they did not eat it, but rather drank, because all the moisture was extracted from it. Dried meat stopped interesting them. So, we gradually came to the main issue of our video. What would happen if 1,000 redwood ants came across 1,000 ever-hungry cockroaches? We divide the ant aquarium into 2 halves, moving the inhabitants into one part. In the second part of the aquarium we put the whole cockroach population. The battle begins. Well, it's difficult to name it as a battle. Crazy cockroaches begin to run over the heads of the belligerent ants. There has already been a sharp smell of formic acid above the aquarium after the battle beginning. Some cockroaches run into the corner to hide from the attack. But there the red owners are waiting for them. Pretty soon it's turned out that the situation is not in favor of the ants and the floor is covered with the bodies of the fallen in the battle. Although they are good fighters one by one, it did not help them against hordes of cockroaches. It would seem that the outcome of the battle is decided, but suddenly, something begins to happen. The smell of acid appears and the cockroaches from the left half of the aquarium rushes in all directions. The surviving ants have grouped and avenged their dead comrades. Judging by the fact how this ant beats a cockroach alone, they are not going to give up. In any case, the outcome of the battle has not yet been decided, and both groups intend to fight for a long time, so let's leave them for a day. After 24 hours, we decide to take a look at how the battle is progressing there and an amazing picture appears in front of us. The surviving ants, like 300 Spartans, group in one part of the aquarium and fight off all the attacks of cockroaches that are passing by. The cockroaches have also lost a lot of fighters, and therefore they do not risk approaching the evil ants. Thus the wall-to-wall battle ends. That's is all for now. Bye-bye.
Oh, should we watch that? What?
Today, we are going to put bees in an old aquarium of 70 liters. With this aquarium, we already went to a glass workshop, and they drilled a hole in the bottom. We put a pipe into it and caulked the joint. Now, I will tell you in detail what else we did so that the bees could live in a transparent old aquarium.
Yep.
Transparent aquarium.
These are much friendlier than plastic.
As you know, bees live on frames like this. Of course, we can't just put them in an aquarium, so we had to do some things, namely assemble these things. Our modifications become tight in the aquarium, and now the frame is very easy to place inside, just like a normal beehive. But that's not all. We also have a lid like this, which is covered from the top, very tightly. There are holes in the lid for ventilation and for feeding. When these two holes have a net, the bees can't get out. Next to it, there is a device that allows you to put your hand inside the hive.
Oh, that's great.
In addition, our hive is equipped with a thermometer, and the most important thing is that the bees in the transparent hive will live in our hangar. We have already prepared a place near the window and are moving the aquarium there.
And sunlight. I can.
It's dark outside, it's time to move. The bees have moved from the apiary to their new home.
Be nice to them. Be nice.
We've been incredibly lucky. The aquarium is old, but it's like it was designed for 7 frames. We put a lid on it and moved the hive to its new location. Now this is the pipe that has to go outside. The bees will enter the hive through this pipe.
Oh,
Now what are we going to pull in?
I don't know.
Guys, who wants to pull in? A bee is outside the hive, has flown to the hive and is begging to come in. It's good to have a window like that. Go home. When we transplanted the bees, it was 11 degrees Celsius outside. Now it's over 18 degrees Celsius. In just a few minutes, the bees have raised the temperature by 7 degrees. When we moved the aquarium, the fixture that holds the frames shifted, and now the frames are held in place by the last few inches. Now the bees have to seal all those places with propolis. It's a super strong bee glue, and we'll see how they do after a while. The bees are moved in the evening. By the time we get to the apiary, by the time we move them, it's already night outside. Now we cover the bees, and tomorrow we come back and see how they survived the first night. So, first fun observation. We have 3 windows in our hangar. We put a hive near the middle window. The bees fly out to look for nectar, and when they come back, they can't even figure out which window to go to. Of course, the bees near the middle window are the most numerous, but there are also a lot of bees near the outer windows. I will have to paint the entrance near the hive to make it easier for the bees to orient themselves when they return to their home. Now, hopefully, it will be difficult for the bees to confuse where to fly.
I read.
Let's remove the cover from the hive's aquarium and see how the bees survive the first night. By the way, the box is not simple. It is made entirely of foam. This is done for insulation, so it was easier for the bees to maintain the necessary temperature inside. By the way, the temperature inside is already close to 28 degrees Celsius. Now I'm bringing the microphone closer, listening to the humming inside the hive. They're working. We did something wrong last night. We put wax on the edge and wanted to see how the bees would build the honeycomb. Actually, you put the honeycomb in the middle of the hive. The bees don't even notice the frame. They start building the honeycomb on the back of the glass. Boy, get out of here. They've built honeycombs in several places. 1, 2, 3, and here's the biggest one. And that's just in one night. At the end of the aquarium, by the way, beehive, aquarium. A cemetery has formed, just as in ancient Sparta, where weak boys were thrown over the cliff. The bees take their sisters to the end of the hive, or they move there themselves to retire. Most bees are constantly at work. They perform many different functions to keep the bee family alive. There's a clear hierarchy. All the work is distributed, although from the outside, it looks like some bees are doing nothing. Some are standing still. Some are walking around aimlessly. The bees are actually producing wax to build their honeycomb. They mix nectar from the fields with saliva to make honey, or they make a mixture of honey and purga to feed the larvae laid by the queen. Young bees, not yet flying for nectar, do hive work. They clean the honeycomb, sealing gaps in the hive, keeping the temperature constant. And when the bee becomes an adult, it will replace the old ones and take flight. Become a nectar collector. Hype the raccoon is incredibly curious and climbed out to see the hive from above, but I don't think he ever realized it was the same honey factory. The raccoon shook the hive so much that if the bees hadn't applied propolis to the places we talked about earlier, everything inside would have fallen apart.
Wow.
Previously, in the video Enemies of Bees, we showed the wax moth. More specifically, the enemy of bees is not the moth itself, but its larva. This little white worm is the only creature in the world that feeds on wax, and when the bees find the worm, they'll throw it out of the hive. Now I'm going to show you what happens when beekeepers leave frames of wax unattended. There are 6 frames in that box, 6 frames that can be thrown away. It's all covered in cobwebs. This is now the home of a gray moth, not bees. Let's take the frame out and have a closer look. The frame is completely covered in cobwebs, woven by moth larvae. Where there were honeycombs, there are now cocoons. And the following frames, professional beekeepers should not look at at all, lest they get a heart attack. Where there was empty honeycomb, the moth larvae ate it all up. And there's a hole here. The larva has eaten all the wax. The only thing holding the honey together is that it's once sugared. This is the cocoon of the larva itself. And this is another frame from the same drawer. You could say it's a transparent frame. We separated all the damaged frames. We collected the wax separately and got such a huge pile. And the rest of the honey was melted into syrup. And now we pour the sweet nectar into a bag and put it on one of the holes to feed the bees. And on the other hole, we put a mixture of honey, milk powder, and soy powder. After a while, we will see which food the bees choose. 3 days have passed. Let's see what the bees have chosen, syrup or candy. If you look from below, you can see some bees sitting on the syrup and taking the syrup out of the bag. There is even some kind of fight going on over the sweet nectar. But it looks like the bees are not interested in the candy at all. Now look from above. The bag has been almost empty for 3 days, and it looks like the bees need to add more syrup. The bees are not interested in the candy at all, not even a piece of it. If you want to see more bee videos,
what happened to the rescue squirrel 1 month later? Alright. Let's see. What else can we watch here? What else looks interesting? Oh, never do this. Never do what? Find the scariest shark I've ever owned. Off the web. Oh dear. Let's see what this is.
Last week, I ordered one of the scariest sharks I've ever seen off the web, and today is the day it finally arrives. We found this thing on a super sketchy website that we've ordered from before, and honestly, it's a 50-50 chance whether this thing arrives alive or not. When we saw this shark listing, we knew we had to go for it. They claim it's one of the most terrifying sharks they've ever sold. However, they did not list the species, so we're shooting in the dark here. So will it arrive alive? Will it even be able to go inside the pond? And will it be as scary as they claim it to be? Let's find out. You can't find sharks like this at your local fish store. These species you can only come across off the web, and that's why we take these risks. We want to get the most badass species for our pond, and we've tried this before in the past, and it doesn't always go smoothly. Trust me. We've had species like bat rays and smoothhound sharks show up dead, and it is the worst feeling ever. The reason why this is so risky is because the shark is traveling across the country, and so many things can go wrong. These sharks are so big in these little boxes, and they require tons of oxygen, so any plane delays or even slight temperature changes can kill the shark. But we're hoping that today's a little bit different and we get lucky and everything goes super smooth. No guarantee though, and that's what makes this so intense, and we are so excited about our new shark. Now they also had a listing for a super rare guitar ray, so if this video gets 10,000 likes, we'll go ahead and get him too. We made it to the airport cargo to pick up the shark, but there was already a problem. The flight was delayed almost 5 hours. That means the shark's been sitting here way longer than planned, and these guys are not gentle with the boxes. I'm really hoping this thing made it through alive. Plus, it's been raining, so moving the box from the plane to this cargo center could have gotten wet. We gotta be super careful and vigilant and make sure this box is okay.
We have arrived to the airport. That's right, ladies and gents. Take a look over your right shoulder here. You have private jets because that's the only way we fly our sharks is in PJs right here.
Well, that one looks damaged.
That one's damaged. Let's hope our shark wasn't on that one.
The moment of truth, guys. We already ran into a problem. The flight was delayed almost 5 hours due to the weather, obviously. They had to delay everything. It was raining, so hopefully the box isn't wet when it got moved out of the plane. But these guys are really rough with the boxes. They use forklifts. They just boom, boom. They don't know what's inside of it, and hopefully she'll be okay. It's 7 p.m. I gotta stretch my legs. We just drove about an hour and a half in rush hour traffic, bumper to bumper. My ass, speaking of bumpers, my bumper is hurting right now. I'm sitting in this chair. It's a giant wall. You think I can scale this?
Yeah, you can scale that. There you go. Nice work.
It's because I'm a fit fish guy.
I'm really stressed right now, man.
So am I. I thought that was our box in the back there.
I
I'm
know.
not sure that's
Did
what
you see
it
the
is.
one in the back over there that's like demolished?
So that was
No, okay. So if that's ours, then we have a great white. Woo. We just wait. These boys are going to forklift it. They're going to go find our package and bring it right here.
Let's hope.
And let's just pray to God. We want a dry box. We want a dry
box
box.
would be huge, dude. I think I see our package. It's the white one right there. Has a koi fish on it. Oh,
There it is.
It
You're right,
is.
you're right,
It was
you're
the-
right.
it was right. It's the white one
Okay.
with the koi fish on it. Here we go. Moment of truth.
That's us. Awesome.
How are we feeling? Thank you.
All right.
Is it wet?
No, it's not wet.
It's not wet, guys.
It's not wet.
It's huge. Let's go. I'm trying to feel some
So far,
movement.
so good, bro. At this point, we're just hoping that he still has enough oxygen in there to have made it this long.
This is the box. This is the one I saw. It's not wet, guys. It's huge.
It's not wet. Careful. I don't
my
hear
God.
any
I don't hear
any
movement.
slashing, which is not good. Typically, when you move the box, they are like freaking out. But this is a shark. This is a rather large shark. You hear anything?
No,
I hear nothing.
I don't hear anything, guys. We gotta get it home quick.
We gotta agree. The thing is that even this thing took a crap in the box, can spike the ammonia, which kills the fish. So a lot of things can go wrong. The fact that we're not hearing any thrashing in here, it's not a good sign.
Now we have an hour drive home with this guy, and hopefully he's okay. If he's made it this far, I'm sure an hour is gonna be just fine. So we're gonna try to get home quickly, but safely. We got her.
Careful.
We got her, but you know what
Secure
the
this,
scary part
secure
is that I did not hear or feel a movement in the entire car ride.
This is the moment of truth. This is literally make or break this whole experience. This last 24 hours has been so stressful.
It's in a koi food, koi box, which is really interesting. Can you imagine they sent us a koi? That would be insane.
This is the moment of truth. Is this going to be the most terrifying shark we have ever owned? And is this going to be alive?
I want to see something crazy.
I'm trying to see something.
I'm trying to be positive.
12 different eyeballs.
I'm trying to be optimistic that it's alive, but
I
I'm
am
worried
sure,
because
dude.
it hasn't moved. Here we go.
Let's cut towards each other.
Here we go.
Just for fun. This is exciting.
Let's go.
This
Let's
is
go.
actually
I'm
exciting.
pumped on this. Interesting.
Black trash.
Interesting. Ooh,
We got water.
Ooh, guys,
we got
look at
water
this.
inside of a black trash bag. Inside the black trash bag.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Not where it's supposed to be. So there's obviously a hole in this bag. Can you guys see this water here? See that? Look at all that water.
No.
Not a good sign.
So he might have pierced.
Not a good sign.
that
Not a
other
good sign.
bag.
I'm hoping to see it inside of another bag. Okay, yes, we got a bag inside of a bag.
Ooh.
We got a bag inside of a bag.
He
A lot of
pierced-
oxygen.
He pierced
He
this
pierced-
bag and this bag. Because
Holy
look, there's
crap.
water in this too.
Yep. Wow, he's piercing.
Oh my God, he's huge. Look at that.
See?
Is that a spike?
There's a spike right there.
Oh.
Spike right there. Spike right there. Look at this.
Let's get him in this box.
Okay,
as soon
pick
as
that up. Pick that
possible,
up. Pick
guys.
that up. Pick that up.
I think we can-
I'm gonna move this.
Are you
Please
sure?
tell me it's
Can
alive.
I put him right in here?
Put him right here. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this over.
Yeah, it's leaking.
No, don't
Wicked.
rush to get him into any water.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Is he alive?
Holy shit!
Guys, that thing is huge.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Guys, we gotta get air on this thing.
Dude, this thing was supposed to be 15 inches.
His head is this big. We gotta get a bucket.
Oh my God!
This thing is huge.
Oh, guys, we were under the impression that this thing was gonna come in at 15 inches. This thing was supposed to come in at 15 inches. This is not 15 inches.
Okay, maybe the bag is
Maybe it's
inflating
deceiving.
him.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's deceiving.
Because sometimes we get sharks in the bag, makes him look a lot bigger. Oh my God, he's alive.
He's actually got a lot of energy too. What is that? Is it a big horn shark?
I don't know. He had spikes. This
He is
thing,
extremely horny.
guys, this thing's really big.
What?
This thing's really, really big. I'm really worried about that.
Guys, he might be too big.
He might be too big.
Careful, careful. The styrofoam has a hole. Styrofoam has a hole.
Oh my God.
Styrofoam has a hole. We can't lose all this water. We can't lose all this water.
Put it in the bucket.
In the bucket, Jack.
We have nothing in the bucket. I can't get him in the bucket. He's gonna.
Wicked pisser. Okay, leave him right there.
Guys, this is a problem.
An empty one.
This one's good. This is not good. We gotta get him in here, dude. Oh my
Guys,
God.
he's enormous.
He popped the whole.
He's enormous.
He is huge,
Oh my
guys.
God.
He's enormous.
What was it, 15 to 17 feet?
He looks like a nurse shark, bro.
He is huge. He's so cool.
Oh.
Okay, we got to start acclimating. We got to get acclimating right
Honestly,
now.
guys, this is a code red. I want to acclimate him slowly, but he doesn't have a lot of water in there. We got to get a bucket of water in there stat. That was a nightmare. And while you're looking at this massive shark, remember to drop a name down in the comments for this guy, because we definitely are going to need a name.
Holy Lord, baby Jesus. It's a horn shark.
Guys, he's really big.
Chris, he's massive.
I'm worried about that, dude. What about our fish in there? Now, this shark is way bigger than we expected. We thought that this shark was going to be 15 inches. For example, this bin
It's 23 inches.
on
Wait
the
for him
top.
to, wait
on
for
the
him to
top.
go. Wait for-
On the bottom, it's smaller. So on the bottom, it's because it forks
19 and a
out.
half.
So it's 19 and a half inches forked out. So on the bottom, 19 inches. He can't even.
He can't even
can't even
straighten.
fit.
Look at him. He's
he's
got to
gotta
go.
be-
I mean, dude, this shark is 25 inches.
You can see the horn on top right here. Big spike and big spike in the back. This is a massive horn shark. huge. I don't even know if they get much bigger than this. I'm really worried about this shark going in this pond. We're going to see how he does. And we are really relieved that he is alive, but we are not going to put him straight into the pond just yet. Since sharks get super stressed from shipping, especially after a delayed flight, and the size of this guy, we're going to set up a little mini pond for him to go in first. That'll give him some time to recover and make sure he's healthy before we get into the big pond. So we bought this mini pond from Home Depot, added a cage so he can feel right at home in his temporary setup.
He's really not moving all too much. We're starting to get a little bit worried. We want to make sure he is fully recovered before we even think about moving him into the big 3,000 gallon. If he's stressed or weak, this is going to be the best environment for him to
Do you think the guys themselves may be stressing the shark out? They are so hyper. Okay, let's continue.
recover. Here we go, guys. Look at this shark here. Look at those horns. Holy crap. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's a beast. Okay, buddy. Relax. Relax.
Now, while we're waiting for this guy to recover, let's check in on the rest of the crew. In our last video, we added a Queen Angel that you guys named Queen Elizabeth, and a Blue Spot Grouper that you guys named Blue. We also have Stanley the Shark and Steve the Sailfin Tang, who are also doing amazing. These fish are all super healthy and eating like beasts, especially Bluey, who likes to sit at the top of the water column and just explode on the shrimp that we give him. Oh my God! So aggressive. Way aggressive, guys. That grouper is a little beast.
Now, don't think we're forgetting about Queen Elizabeth, the Sailfin Tang. And you guys can see there is a rainstorm of mysis and spirulina in there, and they snack. That is their favorite treat. Look at Queen Elizabeth and the Sailfin Tang going. They absolutely love that stuff.
Now that everybody's nice and fed, the new shark is really going to be the ultimate addition if it can stay alive.
I'm worried about the other fish staying alive in here after the shark goes in. Okay. Let's send those prayers for those little fishy dishies. Oh, my word.
He's been in here for a little while. It looks like he's made a huge recovery. He's swimming around really strong and looks ready for the big pond. It's officially time to get this guy in the pond. He is huge.
Dude, the moment we've been waiting for. Look at that guy.
That guy's a whale.
Get him in the
Let's get
water.
him inside. Here you go, buddy. Enjoy your big, beautiful
I
home.
love it in here. He's literally huge, like a nurse shark.
He's a beast.
Huge. We are definitely going to need a name for this guy. 100%. That is the king of the tank right there. Now, horn sharks are an elusive shark that prefer shallow waters less than 40 feet deep. The horn shark feeds on seafloor invertebrates, especially sea urchins and crabs, and occasionally on small fishes. Horn sharks aren't like normal free-swimming sharks. They're slow and sluggish, and they spend their days chilling in the rocks. If you've seen National Geographic before, you may have seen these crazy-looking spiral egg cases. Those are horn shark eggs. It would be amazing to get one of those for the pond and hatch it ourselves. So we moved him from his bigger acclimation container into the pond, and he kind of is super stressed out, went right down the bottle from all that travel. It's been a very stressful 24 hours for this shark right here. Hopefully he's gonna be fine. We're gonna give him the night, come back tomorrow, and hopefully he's okay.
It's been 3 days since we introduced the shark to the new pond, and he's made a huge recovery. We've seen him swimming around the pond a lot, figuring his way around, and he seems to be really happy. But now it's time for the real test. Will he eat? After his long and stressful journey, it's very important for us to figure out what food he's gonna like best. So today on the menu for our new shark, we've got shrimp, squid, and silver sides. I'm gonna drop the food in one by one, and we're gonna see which one sparks his interest. Fingers crossed, he's ready to eat. It really is make or break time for this guy. Up first on the feeding stick, we've got shrimp. Here you go, Mr. Shark. Nope, gotta get by the grouper. Gotta get by everyone, really.
Just a freaking savage.
This shark has just been sitting in this corner.
He has been swimming around, but he found his little spot here for the time being.
Come on, you want some fresh shrimp? Oh, he moved. He did move.
I don't think he likes it, dude.
Nope, he doesn't like shrimp.
I don't think he
He
likes it.
doesn't like shrimp.
It's official.
It's official, he's not a shrimper.
He's not a shrimp guy.
He's not a shrimp guy at all.
We got two more options for him now, so he better like one of them.
This right here is silver side. It's got really good odor. Fish love them.
I think he's gonna like that one.
He might love this. Let's see if Mr. Shark wants it. Come on, buddy. We need him to start
We
eating.
need him to start eating, dude. I mean, that's a big boy shark. He's gotta get those calories in.
Come on, buddy.
No love for the silver
No
side.
love for the silver side.
I mean, their nose can smell pretty much anything, so it's right in front of him.
Oh, he's swimming away
Turned
from it,
away
bro.
from it. He doesn't like silver sides.
Doesn't like silver sides.
It's confirmed. We're running low on things to feed him.
Maybe it's just too small for him. He might want big bets.
A whole squid?
Look at the size of this squid that we're about to try feeding him.
Not a whole squid.
Why not?
Squidward.
Why do we do the whole thing?
All right, fine. We'll go to the head. See if he wants squid. I would take the squid.
This will be really big if he eats this.
Come on, buddy.
Our last option here.
Come on, dude.
shark. Come on.
Come on, dude. Eat it. Eat
Uh-oh.
it. Eat it. Eat it, buddy.
He kind of nibbled it.
He did. He did. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it, buddy.
He doesn't want it. This is bad, guys.
This is not a good
we've
sign.
struck out. He might not be ready yet. Could take a couple weeks for this guy to eat. 3 strikes and you're out, dude.
That's 3 different foods.
3 different options we gave this guy, and he's a beast. We've been calling him beluga right now because he's a beluga whale, but the boy doesn't eat. I don't know how he got that big. We are going to keep a close eye on this guy the next couple of days and weeks. Make sure to drop a name in the comments for him, and we will update you guys on our horn shark over time. So make sure you stay tuned with your notification bell on. If you guys want to see the insane video where we bought an axolotl off the dark web, click right here and go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Dare we go and find out what happens to her? Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do my eyes see? Oh, dear. Let's, Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esdo, and today we're going to be looking at some of the craziest clips of the week. From a monkey swinging over people's heads, to a soda can filled with bugs. Here are moments that will make your jaw drop. But wait, before the video starts, if you subscribe in the next 5 seconds, you're going to have good luck for the rest of the week. This octopus pushes the fish. Apparently, bees turn off with the lights. This is why you shouldn't walk backwards. He can't ring the doorbell because of the costume.
Bailey!
I can't reach it. Okay, I saw it coming.
Check out her dance moves. Check out how big this wave is. The cheeseburger is the last thing the cat needs.
Cheeseburger?
That's the last thing she needs, Will.
Yeah, goodbye.
I don't think he knows where the duck went. I think they found the culprit. This decoration is crazy. This frog's eyes are so cute.
Aww.
They got stuck underneath the bridge.
Loaded egg. Oh.
The horse needs to hold the light straight.
Can you hold the light straight?
Did you know sharks can smile? I think she gave up. Did he turn into a dolphin midair? I think it was a little too realistic for them.
Oh god, no.
What do you think the tarantula is doing? Is this Spider-Man's web shooter in real life? I don't think cats like balloons.
Oh my god, that's not good.
Would you ever go on a roller coaster like this?
No.
That thing is huge. Do you think she meant to do that? Check how much venom the snake holds. Did you expect that many bugs in there?
Oh.
What would you do if you saw this huge centipede in your room?
I'd say, come on.
I did not realize all of those were spiders. Do you think you'd be able to pull this off? Do you think the kittens are comfortable?
Oh.
I don't. Mango looks like she's not having a good time.
I don't know if he's ready for school.
Come on. Wake up. It's time for school. Come on, man. Are you ready for school?
I don't think that's a grass snake either.
My kids are outside playing baseball, and they said they saw a little grass snake in the backyard. That's not a grass snake.
She stops the cat.
Jerry, think about it. It's a baby.
This looks like such a cool experience.
Look at that thing. He's so mad.
It's huge. Look at that. It's scary. Holy shit.
I do not think these kids were a fan of the snake. This tarantula is gigantic.
Oh, Jesus. Oh Lord, no, no.
This dog's
my-
hair is his worst enemy.
Oh,
This racing slide looks so awesome. I think this guy really takes his job seriously.
oh.
He thought it was a harmless shark.
Get on the boat! Ryder! Oh, I touched it! That's not a basking shark, dude.
Look how easily the raccoon got away. Imagine seeing this thing in the water.
Oh my god!
How's this snake even able to fold itself like that? Spiders can be so creepy.
Oh, look at the babies.
The monkeys were so greedy they couldn't even wait for the banana.
One resting bitch facing her clan.
When mom drives a boat versus dad. I think this little guy just wants to share.
Oh, cute.
I would never go on a roller coaster this tall.
Oh, hell no.
On this coaster, you can high-five the passing coaster.
No, thank you.
The alligator's worst enemy is a tree.
Well, I don't think that's gonna work. I'd use a tree. Where'd you go? Peekaboo.
Who knew roaches could skateboard? This guy just saved all of these baby owls.
Well, he gave a hoot.
This sea lion hopped on board to escape the killer whales.
What the
Oh,
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Sugar gliders are so cute. Imagine seeing all these bed bugs on your bed.
These are all bed bugs.
Oh my.
This can had a ton of bugs in it. This is why penguins are my favorite animal.
And hop down some stairs.
Oh my god.
How exactly does this work? This monkey was just passing by.
Oh my goodness.
Why is this video so satisfying? Is this little monkey a butler?
You want help? Yeah.
This seal looks like it's having the time of its life.
Oh.
This board refused to break until he didn't want it to.
Eh.
Oh my god.
Imagine if your phone had a literal key to unlock it. Is she Spider-Woman?
Yeah, now I've got it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I bet she didn't expect that. I think he regretted his decision.
Oh no.
A little scared to go down.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
Straight dress.
Wait. No. Wait. What do you tell me? Both of you guys, what do you want to say?
Oh,
These cups literally don't break.
So my mom got these cups that don't break. Look.
What's up? This is for you. You want me to eat this?
Yeah, man.
The candy.
Yeah, sure.
All right. That was a test, dude, which you failed.
Imagine she didn't close the window in time.
Oh my god.
She pranked her husband with a fake roach.
No, babe, I'm so serious. Look, it's a one from behind your back.
Imagine if your RV was covered in these tiny bugs.
Hey.
Why is there a huge millipede in the stuffed animal? Why is this kind of satisfying? And to be honest, this video is super satisfying.
Oh my god. Isn't it great?
Who thought that would be a good idea?
Oh, that was yeah. Well, what the heck? I think we missed the I don't know. Okay, guys. Well, that is our entertainment for today. Yeah, stop screen. There we go. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend ahead and a very Merry Christmas. And I'm going to head downstairs and do a paper. That's it. Maybe I'll wake up. Maybe I will wake up. So we'll see you guys next time. And remember, don't be an arsehole. Bye-bye for now.